Before we get started, I have a very exciting announcement for y'all. We have some exclusive limited edition merch now available in our merch store. Logan is excited. There he goes right there. Link is in the description. Check it out. It is special and specific for GoFest. So definitely snag it before it's gone. Now, why you're all here? To check out my video, of course, showing a preview of Randall's Island. I know a lot of you have been asking for this. What's different between last year and this year? Well, this video is going to do an entire walkthrough of the area in the park that was the actual GoFest area, and we'll talk about what's different and what might be to come. We'll see. Enjoy the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and smash that thumbs up because it does help the algorithm. Enjoy. Randall's Island. Walking across the bridge. So we're still on the RFK bridge, but you can see right there is the Ferry Landing. So it comes up the river here from like Midtown Manhattan, and you can take the landing right there. And the whole event was like right in this area. Right now there's some construction going on, which there was last time too, but it looks like they might be building another off-ramp here, so maybe it'll be easier to get off the bridge. But this is where the ferry was, and I highly recommend, if they do it again and the tickets are available, to get the tickets right away for the ferry, because they sold out last time and that was kind of silly. But it's so convenient if you are staying in a hotel in Midtown, near Times Square, Bryant Park, Herald Square, 34th Street, the Macy's, all of that. Perfect spot right there to take the ferry up. So much more convenient than having to walk across this bridge or try to find one of the buses, or to even like have to take the subway up to 125th Street, which is not always the safest area. So that's what I would recommend. And then you can see sort of the view. It's cloudy, but there's like Manhattan in the background. But yes, the ferry port lands right here, and the event is like right here. So highly recommend getting the tickets when and if they are going to be available for this year's GoFest. Let's keep going. So they seem to be building another like off-ramp. And if you can see how thin it is, we think it's a pedestrian one, because if you look over here, it's blocked off and like part of the bottom is already torn apart. So we think this is going to be a new like pedestrian entrance into the park, which will be easier than having to walk all the way around like it did last time. Whether this is going to be open in time for GoFest in July, I don't know, but they're working on it. So maybe. So we've just walked off the bridge and walked a little bit towards baseball fields, which last year like the Mystic Tent and like some of the biomes were like right here. But M35 bus right here, it's the non-special bus. This is the bus that actually stops on Randall's Island. So if you want to pay the regular fee, if you've taken the subway and then you want to take the bus on, that's a free transfer, so you still only pay for one trip there. But it'll get you right to the park. So if you don't want to pay the special bus price, if you don't want to pay the ferry, this will still get you right to Randall's Island. And yeah, that's the bridge we just walked across. Yeah, and all the fields and the tents and stuff were here last year, so that's neat. And there goes the M35 bus back to the Upper East Side. Neat. Also, continuation of just what I was talking about. It looks like they're building another ramp on this side too, a pedestrian ramp. You can see the pillars go right up to where the bridge is. But the thing is, it doesn't seem like you can get to the other side if you take this ramp. So if you take this ramp, you can only walk on the bridge on like the right side of the bridge. And then on the other side, it looks like the ramp only goes on like that side of the bridge. So there's no way to cross over the bridge necessarily, but you can get onto the bridge, just can't cross to the other side. I mean, I guess if you're doing that, you probably want to walk under the bridge anyway, like this way. But it looks like potentially these two ramps could be open by the time GoFest. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I would hope they're open though, because then otherwise this whole area is just blocked off, and that's kind of annoying. but that'll make it a lot easier to like get off the bridge as a pedestrian or a bicyclist. And if you're taking the city bikes, so that's kind of neat. I don't know, I hope it opens sometime, fingers crossed. That'll be a lot easier for y'all who are planning to walk across rather than take the bus or the ferry or bike or whatever. Neat. So again, this is like, they had the Go Fest here. This was the path that you could walk up and head towards like the southern part of the island. And I remember people complained last year because this was the area that bottlenecked a lot because it's a very like narrow path. So let's check out what's happening. There's the UPS or USPS. Thank you for your service. Post office person. And let's walk. And again, like this is where these arches come in. So maybe the pedestrian bridge will be open by then. Oh yeah, they've definitely widened this.
Yeah, it was right here.
Yeah, it was like super narrow this way. And it looks like it's still kind of narrow. I don't know why this part is open though. It says no pedestrians or bicycles, so I'm assuming we have to go this way. Maybe by the summer it'll be open. Oh, probably because they want to block it off so people don't walk under where they're doing construction on these you know, new entryways. Yeah, you can see here it looks like it's marked off too, where they're gonna open up a new entrance to be able to walk down. And the other side, they're actually working on it right now. This side, not so much, but they have the pillars up and they have the little entrance by the park. So I personally think they'll be done by the summer. Talk doesn't think so, but who knows? Who knows? And again, y'all, if you were here last year, you remember this was the narrow path. It looks a little bit wider than last year, but maybe I'm just misremembering. But yeah, it was super narrow last year, and you had to like squeeze past people. You could basically only go 2 by 2, but right now I feel like you could walk like 3 by 3 here. So maybe it's a little bit wider than last year, but again, hopefully by the summer this pedestrian thing is done so that this part is open too, and it'll be wider and it won't bottleneck it like it did last year. So you can see there is the ferry dock, and last year like part of this was all blocked off, or like partially blocked off. Now they are doing construction, just in, I guess, in different areas than they were last year. And this area too, which is like right outside the golf course. In the golf course? I don't know. Golf driving range? Whatever. It used to be a golf center, but it was closed last year. I think it closed during the pandemic. Maybe they're rebuilding it. I would suggest, I don't know if anyone who works for the New York City Parks Department or whatever is watching this video, but I think it would be cool if they built like a community center, kind of like they have in Chelsea Piers, where there's like, you know, maybe mini golf, a driving range, a bowling alley, maybe like a movie theater, some picnic areas, some food court, that sort of thing. I think that would drive a lot of people to come to Randall's Island a lot more, because right now, like, you talk to any New Yorker, like, New Yorkers don't really come here unless there's a giant event like a music festival or like a Go Fest. But it's a cool park, honestly. There's so much space here. It's just really difficult to get to, and like not much to do otherwise. But if they really built it out, I feel like it'd be dope. Also, they need to fill in these little potholes or whatever, but yeah, it'd be really dope here. That's all I'm saying. Build your next Chelsea Piers right here. NYC Parks Department. Just saying. So we're walking down this path. We got Icon Stadium to the left. Now this field was completely open last year, so they're doing construction over there, and that's new. Or we're actually not sure, because there's some like trailers over there too, so we think they actually might be filming a movie or something. Possibly. I don't know. Construction looks pretty intense though. They've got like piping and stuff going on, so I have no idea what's going on there. But there are trailers over there, and that's kind of interesting. I don't know what that's about. Alright, so here last year they had the merch tent and like the t-shirt pickup that was here. The parking lot here had the food trucks. On the north side of the island they had a set of food trucks too, in the grass area. But again, we're confused why these trailers are here. We think they might be related to the construction back there, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be clear by then. like by GoFest, like this whole area will be cleared out for the event. So I really don't think these trailers will be here. But I don't know, we'll see. I think it'll be fine. Personally, as a New Yorker, I don't think anyone has anything to worry about. Also, look at this cyclist, just like chilling. New York City in the background. Nice. He's got no hands. Riding with no hands. Good for you, bud. Good for you. So if you're taking the pedestrian bridge at 103rd Street, there are tents here. But they're only on this side of the island. They're clearly blocked off. So if you're coming this way, I would recommend all my regular safety tips, which is to walk in a group, pay attention to your surroundings, and particularly just keep walking north to head to the actual event. You don't need to walk in this direction. And it's clearly like fenced off anyway, so you know, you'll be fine. Look, this person's like jogging by herself. That's fine. I think it's fine. And that's kind of it, folks. This is like, we walked the entire, you know, area that it was GoFest last year. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be roughly identical to what it was. Yeah, big takeaways I would say is, if you don't want to spend money, a lot of money on food, bring your own food so that you can have lunch on the island. Should be nice. It's like July, so maybe it's a little warm outside, but it'll be nice to, you know, have your little picnic here with your family and your friends, all of that. And yeah, I think it's a big enough space too that people will walk back and forth and it'll be fine. And I've already heard from the comments that a lot of you don't even plan to come to the island, which is fine. I'm gonna put out another video about what to do for city play, and that might be a lot more relevant for you. But for those who are curious about Randall's Island, that was our little mini tour. Let me know in the comments if you have more questions. I'll try to answer as many as possible. And yeah, there you go.